Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to successfully predict that the trend is reversing. I'm going to give you guys a few tips that you can use in your own trading, how to look for reversals. Now we have a downtrend working lower on the chart. It's a clear downtrend series of lower highs, lower lows. This is what the day started with, and at the start of each day there's going to be always some sort of trend, either shorten or the larger one, either uptrend or downtrend. Even if it's just a trading range, there's going to be a potential trend every single day. We have a downtrend working lower and we are just now breaking the upper trend line and we are pushing strongly above the EMA. So this is looking like the trend is resuming, right? We may actually start buying now, right? No, because according to trend line rules, after price will break the trend line, traders will attempt to create a new extreme. Buying this breakout will just sucker people into bad trades, okay? Because right now this downtrend is working lower, we just broke the trend line and traders will attempt to create a new extreme. And this is exactly what happened. This was just a temporary break. We created a few lower highs and market keeps pushing strongly below the EMA. We formed a new low right here. This is the break, this is the new low. We now have finally a new extreme. So after this point on, we are waiting for straight up reversal or at least correction. And look what happened right here. Strong 4 big bullish candles working up higher and we are pushing above the EMA. At this point on, when I'm looking at the chart and I'm seeing this is in my mind. I'm starting to prepare myself to start buying the market because the downtrend played out with the new low, strongly pushing above the EMA. This is what we want to see when we are predicting a trend. We want to see a strong push above the EMA. But I'm not just buying yet because I want to see a reversal pattern. Reversal pattern is characterized by two failed attempts in the previous trend's direction. Previous trend was bearish, so I want to see failed second entry short. I want to see two failed attempts by the market to go lower and fail, and the EMA must be holding. That's the important part here. And look what happened next. What is happening? We are pushing way below EMA. I definitely don't want to go long right below EMA here, and I definitely don't want to go long right here. So from this point on, I'm abandoning my reversal strategy and I'm just sitting on my hands because we were supposed to be above the EMA and we were supposed to be working higher. So even though the downtrend played out, I haven't bought the market yet. Even though I have a new low, I haven't bought the market yet because I need to wait for the high probability setup. Then market just started crawling up higher. And take a look how this is a slow choppy move up. This is not this move right here. This was a very strong and very steep move. This is just choppy, lot of stems, lot of bars. We have a low right here, first entry short, second entry short. Now that we turn down here, and we turn down here, we turn down here, there is a bigger pattern that you can find. And it looks something like this. This is the bigger downtrend that developed and took a little bit of time. So now that we definitely see this, we definitely don't want to go long. We are still in a downtrend. This was just a temporary short-term one, and the bigger one is now taking precedence. There's a lower high setup, which is a great trade according to our price action rules, because this is now a fourth confirmation of this trend line. It is a lower high setup, nice bearish bar here, and the trend line is holding prices nicely. But the market is right now working lower, we're below EMA, so I'm completely forgetting about the reversal right now because this is now a clear downtrend. We are back below EMA, we are back making lower highs, lower lows. This is clearly a downtrend. So when I'm in a downtrend, I'm looking for second entry shorts. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good second entry. This is looking like a two-legged move. Very tempting, but this low is lower than this one. So this is just a first entry. Now that the market keeps making lower highs, keeps making lower highs, keeps making lower highs, there's the new low. There's the first entry of the EMA. But this is just a first entry and price keeps working higher. And look what happened right here. Strong push above the EMA. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw my trend line. We have a tiny little break and a new high, but I'm doing here the same thing as I did right here. Just because we broke the trend line in quite a strong of a move, just like we did right here, I'm not buying the market yet because according to rules, price will attempt to make a new extreme down. That doesn't mean I'm just going to pick a top right here out of nowhere because we still need a confirmation that the trend down is resuming. We may continue working higher because nothing is 100% in price action, but more often than not, the price action rules will pan out. And look what happened right here. Strong push back below EMA. This is a similar situation to what happened right here. Break of a trend line. We're just trapping a lot of people who are willing to go long way too early, and we're pushing below EMA. And we have a pullback, lower high setup below the EMA. We are waiting for price to create a new extreme. This is a good high probability setup. And market keeps pushing lower, and finally we have a new extreme. Just like we have a new extreme right here, we have a new extreme right here. From this point on, I stop thinking about selling the market. I'm only thinking that I'm either going to sit on my hands, because this is a fairly strong downtrend. It's probably not going to reverse that quickly. And if it's going to reverse, I'm starting to think long if I have a good reversal pattern. Market keeps working. We have a EMA is holding, trend line is still holding, and we have a second entry short, which would be a high probability setup off to key entry points. But this is a trap because we already have a new low in play, and this downtrend is clear to find. There are 4 confirmations of this downtrend, so even a beginner trader can find this fairly easily. So this is looking like a tempting trade, but it's just a trap because this is already after the trend played out. And look what we have right here. We have a new low right here. You have a first entry short, pullback, second entry short, failure. This is very close to looking like a reversal pattern, but it is not above the EMA. We closed below the EMA. And this is very important because the true reversal pattern closes above the EMA. Just because it worked here now doesn't mean it's going to work next time. So I'm just giving you the tips so you don't have to ask me next time why this pattern would fail on you. Advanced trader can still take this trade because the context is, fairly easy to read, but this is my tip to you. And right now the market is consolidating. We're going sideways quite a bit, and this is a congestion. The only way you can trade congestion and not have a losing trade is you fade the breakout. You trade the breakout in the opposite direction. So we have a congestion, we're working sideways, price created another low, and this is a double bottom, confirmation of the new extreme that the downtrend created. And look what we have here. Strong bullish move up, 3 big bullish bars. This is starting to look like this right here. We have a finally new low and a strong push above the EMA. Double bottom is giving even more fuel to the fire here that we may reverse here. So when I'm seeing this, I'm definitely not thinking short, and I'm starting really strongly thinking about longs. And we have a first entry short, pullback, second entry short right here about the EMA, and it failed right here. This is what is called a textbook reversal pattern, because the downtrend played out with the break, new low. We have an additional double bottom retest, so you know that we are for sure not going lower. This is a good confirmation that you know that we are not going even lower. Strong rally above the EMA and 2 failed attempts in the previous trend's direction, which was bearish. We are holding above the EMA and the market keeps working higher, and the runner, you would still be holding runner to this very end of the day. This is a very strong and powerful setup. As you guys can see today, this was just a one setup like this, but this was a major trend, and this is what it's called a major trend reversal. You're not going to have a bunch of these during the day, but this reversal pattern, you can use it even on the shortened trends in a trading range. It doesn't have to be on a bigger picture like this. It just happened today that this reversal pattern created a major trend reversal. And the market keeps working higher. This is just a first entry, unfortunately, so this is not enterable. We have a little bit of a congestion working right here, and we have a failed break lower, confirming the trend line. I'm going to mark this as an aggressive entry. And then I'm also going to mark this as aggressive entry because it's just a first entry. I probably would have not taken this personally, but at this point on, this is just a strong trend, very steep, and you're just making first entries. And you have a break of this uptrend. You have a move down, but we are not starting to sell yet because we're waiting for price to create a new extreme. So this would be a confirmation of the EMA and just a first entry, a little bit too aggressive, but nevertheless, it is right here. Now, I have marked a few more aggressive setups, which a trader who's a little bit more experienced in price action can take these setups. So this was the second entry short that I marked, only if you already find the trend line. Me personally, I just found the trend line right after we created the lower high here, but it was fairly doable to find this trend line of these 3 swings right here. So this would be a second entry short in a downtrend. Then I marked this technically a first entry short, But you guys can see this is a double top at the EMA, and this looks very close like a two-legged move to the EMA. We just created a little bit lower low, but this is a clear two-legged move back to the exponential moving average. Then I marked this trade that could have probably tripped traders, and the entry would have been right here. Because when you're watching this downtrend, you're below EMA right here. You have a break and a new high, and you have a two-legged move up. But right now, we are above the EMA. We push strongly above the EMA. And we didn't manage to, what's the word here? We didn't manage to trigger below this second entry short bar right here. And at this point on, there should be enough evidence for you that, you know, there's something off happening, because we're supposed to be, first of all, we're supposed to be closing below the EMA if I want to go short here on a second entry short in a downtrend. But not only we closed above the EMA, the next bar was bullish as well, and then once again above the EMA. A trader can get tripped up right here, so this is why I marked it, because if you're following the rule, you did not do anything wrong here by taking this trade. This is what I want to say, because this is still a downtrend, fairly strong, and just because you're above the EMA, this still looks like a fairly good trade. We're trying to make a micro double bottom right here. We're not getting to the bottom side right here, and this was a strong bullish move up. So there are signs that the market is starting to bottom out, but nevertheless, this was a decent trade as well. This lower high was perfect. Confirmation, push back below EMA. Unfortunately, there was no setup during this mess. You just really want to sit on your hands right here. Nice micro double bottom right here, and another fairly aggressive setup, which is the failed break below this congestion. But the only reason why I like taking this, and not only because this is a failed breakout below this congestion, which we are fading, we are trading it in the opposite direction of the breakout. Breakout was to the downside, so we're fading it to the upside. But it is because now you created a double bottom and you confirmed the new low. So this is really aggressive still, but I know a lot of traders like to taking these aggressive setups, so this is a great setup as well. If you guys find this video helpful, not that many clear, perfect setups, but you know, the reversal pattern is your go-to setups when you're looking for change of reversal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Take care, buddy.